Guys, very exciting sneak peek at the skills of the brand new Onmyouji and Onimusha units. And by the way, I was incorrect in saying that the one was a 5-star and the other one was a 4-star. It's flip-flop. The Onmyouji I thought was a 4-star. It's actually going to be a 5-star. And then the Onimusha is going to be the 4-star. So I had them flip-flopped. I thought they were going to be the other way around. However, interestingly enough, I did predict that there was going to be some new skills on the units, kind of like what we saw with the Art Masters and the Beast Riders, and it looks like this is no different. Well, I mean, or this is different in that it is also new skills on this one. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's get into the actual skills. Before I forget, I did also hear a rumor that the SP button is coming back for these units, so we should have increased chances to actually summon them, which is nice. It's just a rumor. It's from a credible source. But I did hear a rumor that the SP button is coming back. So I just wanted to share it with you guys and let you know. Let's discuss the new skills for the Fire Onmyouji. So first skill, so it's the Fire Onmyouji 5-star. Burning Soul attacks the enemy, removes one beneficial effect with a 50% chance. Think about this kind of like the Mermaids and the Archangels, right? We'll see what the actual activation rate is after the skill ups. And then we have Karma. This is the new skill. This is the Suppression debuff, right? Attacks the enemy target, suppresses the target, excluding the boss for 2 turns. The suppressed target will have HP reduced by 50% if the target uses skill with cooldown time. So this is kind of interesting. This kind of makes me feel like it is almost like a like it's almost like a pseudo nuke. Actually, it's almost like a Molong skill or Molong or Bulwark or something that decreases the HP, where you don't necessarily have to build it as a DPS unit. It will do the suppression debuff, and then the suppressed target, as soon as they use a skill with a cooldown, like it's not a passive skill, then they get their HP reduced by 50%. So this is kind of interesting that this may be a unit that you just build as a fast, kind of tanky unit, and also winds up doing pretty decent damage, right? So that's kind of interesting. That's the new skill for the Fire Onmyouji. And then we have the Yin Yang Bounded Circle, skill 3. Attacks all enemies to increase the duration of harmful effects granted on them by 1 turn each. Absorbs the attack bar by 10% for each turn of the harmful effects granted on the target. This is kind of like, reminds me also of kind of like a, not quite as strong as the Dark Ryu. Dark Ryu is pretty nasty, but increased duration. It's an AoE. Attacks all enemies, increase the duration of harmful effects granted on them by 1 turn each. So stun. Stuns. Bombs, it will work a little bit differently. So bombs, it will decrease. Whenever a skill says it like increases the duration of harmful effects, if it's a bomb, it will decrease the duration. So if it's a 2-turn bomb, it's going to be a 1-turn bomb, right? And then absorbs the attack bar, which is nice as well. I'm not sure what the cooldown is going to be on this one, but this is one of those things that's going to be like potentially pretty nasty in RTA, potentially pretty nasty in TOA as well. Could be interesting with, I mean, the suppression does not work on the boss, but could be interesting with some continuous damage teams, maybe for some dungeons. People like to use the continuous damage team for dungeons. Kind of similar to how people are using the Light Rakshasa, but instead of a single target, it's an AoE. So, yeah, it's pretty nasty. Then we have the Light Onimusha skill information. Go slash skill 1. Attacks the enemy 2 times. Covers HP by 30% of the inflicted damage. Decreases the target's defense with a 20% chance each. Not a great chance. We'll see what the harmful effect rate goes up to after it's skilled up. Would be great if that was a higher than 20% chance, but we'll see. And then the blade, but it's 2 things for skill 1. It has 2 different debuffs. So dragons are sitting there like dragons, dragon knights, chimeras sitting there with their skill 1s. They're like, dragons don't really do well. Dragons got buffed now, so I shouldn't say that. But the dragon knights and the chimeras are like, we do 1 continuous damage with skill 1. Cool story. You give this Nat 4 2 different debuffs. Then we have Blade Slaughter. Attacks all enemies, grants endure effect on yourself, the same as Theomar's passive. For 1 turn if an enemy gets defeated. Not sure what the multiplier is going to be on that. But that's going to be interesting. This is the light one also. This is going to be a rare one to actually get. And then we have Banging Head against the Brick Wall passive. Just like trying to talk to Calm to us directly, right? Banging Head against the Brick Wall passive. Counterattacks the I'm sure they don't appreciate me saying that. But counterattacks the target if the damage you receive from the enemy is less than 25 of your max HP. Critical hits won't occur when being attacked or attacking the enemy. So anything that, like, does little bits of damage to him, he's going to be strong against. If it's just something that's going to, like, one-shot nuke, it's going to, well, it's going to be a different story. If it's a one-shot nuke, it's not going to counterattack, right? However, critical hits won't, this is another big part of this, critical hits won't occur when being attacked or attacking the enemy. Half the game is critical hits. Half the game is critical hits. So you're saying critical hits won't occur when being attacked or attacking the enemy. So if he gets Lucianed, he's not going to get crit on. And also, he's not going to crit on the Lucian, which could be nice against Dark Cats, right? Could be nice against this. Basically, I feel like this counters a lot of stuff with this. I feel like this is particularly a nasty, nasty unit. Critical hits won't occur when being attacked. Lucian's not going to crit. Copper's not going to crit. Bulldozer's not going to crit. Is this OP? Seems very OP, right? Am I the only one that thinks this is very OP? And attacking the enemy, so he's not going to crit against them either. But, oh, actually, it's a ragdoll counter. That's a Artemis count. Wow. The more I'm thinking about this, the more this seems like a really crazy unit. Seems like a really crazy unit. But, yeah, that's it for these things. Just wanted to go over these skills. What do you guys think about the new skills? I think it's potentially pretty nasty. Potentially, I mean, I'm very curious / scared to see what the rest of the units are. They seem much more useful than the Street Fighter ones already, right? Or at least some of the Street Fighter ones, like the Street Fighter Nat 4s. Although the Light Chun-Li is pretty darn useful. The Dark Chun-Li is pretty... You know what? The Light and Dark 4 stars in the Street Fighter ones are pretty useful. Maybe not as much the Light Dalsim, but the Light Chun-Li, Dark Dalsim, definitely all useful. So this looks like it's right up there with those. I'm again, like I said, I'm interested and I'm scared to see what the other ones are going to have in store. But anyway, that's it for this one. I just wanted to give a brief recap, tell you guys everything about it, or just go over the skills with you guys and let you know that the SP summon is looking like it's coming back as well. But anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you as always in the next one.